I guess I'll just dig in and I'll welcome Oni, our guest
Yeah.
for this week. And he actually has a really fantastic YouTube channel with makeup and a lot of really exciting things. But we got in touch because of a comment that you left on one of our
Yeah.
videos, and we kind of connected and decided that maybe it would be good to have you on the show and not only talk to you about your channel and what you're doing, and also your thoughts on Makeup and Stargate, but also just general chit chat about Stargate and our own fan experiences. So I guess maybe we'll just start asking you to introduce yourself to
Yeah.
the audience.
Why not?
Like, who
Okay.
are you and how did you discover Stargate, basically?
Oh, I have to smile a lot because I'm so happy to talk to you guys because
Ah.
you bring so much joy to my life right now because I love Stargate and love this kind of girlyhood or something like that in Stargate Universe. So I'm really, really happy to talk to you guys. Yeah, my full
Oh.
name is Ondrej Bortel, and my nickname is Oni. You can call me anything you like, but Oni is really easy. I come from Czechia, Czech Republic, also well known, and it's central of Europe. So I have a bit different experience with Stargate also, and it's really funny to hear you guys talk in English terms. Sometimes I'm like, what? But it's so much fun, and you know, I think it was the episode where you just talked about Stargate Origins. If somebody saw it and I was like, oh, I had to stop because the makeup was not it, and it was this comment that brought us together, right?
Yes, yeah,
Exactly,
yeah.
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 Oh my
But
goodness.
I am a beauty creator like almost for 10 years, but when I started my channel, I actually have something to show you guys. Oh, I'm owner of YouTube button. It just came.
Oh my God,
So
that's
that's
so
that's
Congratulations.
nice.
exciting.
Yeah. I'm
Congratulations.
from
Congratulations.
pretty small country, Czechia, and I think that, oh my God, I'm getting
Wow.
emotional again.
Oh,
But like anybody who has this in our country, I think they've spent so much time doing this. So that's really cool.
oh my
And
gosh,
I'm doing
congrats.
makeup. I work for Sephora in Czech Republic as a makeup artist, and I have some like side hobby, side quests, as Gen Z
Yeah.
would say. I do theater makeup sometimes uh
Ooh.
in my nearest theater. So I'm really just kind of about makeup, fun, and being open to anything. And Stargate was actually the show that really opened the doors to the makeup and the prosthetics and everything around makeup.
Yeah.
Like when I was a child, I didn't know it yet, but I was always grabbing stuff and makeup, and I really believe it was because of Stargate too.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. And like that's so
Yeah,
exciting that you have that thing that you get with YouTube
yeah.
because like that is very hard to get. So you should feel very, very
Well,
proud of
thank
yourself
you.
with that. Is there any like particular like what are like the different things that you like with each series? So like with SG1,
Yeah.
Atlantis, Universe, is there anything that kind of stands out to you with the makeup and with the style or
Mhm.
whatever within those?
Yeah, so I would say I will start with Stargate Universe because I think that's kind of the least makeup show or I
Mhm.
can see a lot of makeup and I actually really like it. I can notice foundation on or blush on, bronzer on, whatever because they're on this ship. They don't have anything makeup or anything, so you can kind of see it and there are not much of races, right? So you can see the CGI. So I'm a big lover of that you can see the makeup. That's really
Mhm.
important. It's not distracting you, but I'm sure they did some makeup. So that's
Yeah.
really cool. I didn't notice. I rewatched it with you guys right now. So I was paying
Yeah.
attention and I did not notice. So that was really cool. And What I would say that Stargate SG-1 is kind of influenced by the previous sci-fi shows. You have like many races, so many different prosthetics in makeup, and I would say that SG Atlantis, SGN, Stargate Atlantis is much more into doing like one job with a rate,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like they have this really big vibe just around it. They have different races too, but I would say like when I think about makeup, I really think about Atlantis because the rates, oh my God, I think nobody can imagine how hard it is to achieve that makeup and also
Yeah.
to play the character in the makeup. That must have been crazy because
Yep.
you have all the prosthetics and all the makeup on, and you have to somehow like play with it and be the
Yeah.
character. So wow, and be in it. Like you are sweating and the lights are on. People don't understand. Like when I'm in a
Yeah.
theater and I'm just doing like some, touch-ups, I'm like, what the hell is going on here? It's crazy, and it must stick, so
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's interesting that you bring that up because I remember what's her name? The actress that played Dr. Keller, Jewel State.
Yes.
Um she she's so she had before she played that character, I don't know if you know that she played the little Wraith girl.
Yeah, yeah.
I forget what the name of that character was, but she was talking about on one of her Instagrams, I think it was, like where when she was that character, how miserable she was in that makeup that she couldn't do, like they actually wanted initially her to kind of continue a little bit more with that, and she like
Uh-huh.
just like told them she
Yeah,
wouldn't
I can't
because it was
imagine
so
it.
crazy. Yeah. Yeah. I
Like,
don't know. I've
like
always had a dream of being a wraith. I so badly want to be a
I
wraith
know.
queen.
But I have to like I think I'm not an actor, okay, guys, but I think you have to play a lot more with your voice. And that's
Yes.
something what made like characters, right? And like actors or voice actors. So crazy, crazy, crazy. And
Yeah.
even being in this having makeup, like I'm not wearing just, skin tint or a little balm. Like it's heavy, so you have to kind of wear it and be confident because if you're not, you're going to hide in it. So wow,
Yeah. Yeah.
really good like playing of the characters. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. And what did you think of in like SG1 with any of the characters with the makeup in that? Is there anything that stood out to you with
Wow,
that?
I've watched Stargate from very young age. I have this like memory of like watching it with my dad, and I was just so stuck by the atmosphere. But I've never noticed that Teal'c wore so much eyeshadow,
Yeah.
and Apophis wore an eyeliners, two eyeliners, one on the upper lid, one down, and it makes perfect sense because in the Egyptian history, like it is well shown that they wore makeup, and I love it so much, but it's not overdone, it
Yeah.
feels just like you can tell it makes sense. It's not
Yeah.
like, oh, like one artist from a backstage did a Apophis really sharp makeup and it looks too much. That's what I had trouble with the Stargate Origins. It felt like too much going on. It felt like my makeup. Like it's so full glam. It's so like for Instagram, right? It's so
Yeah.
social media. It's me. So I wore it because I wear it because I like it. But
Yeah.
for this show, you can do that. It felt
Right.
like too much. It just throw you off with the scene. It's the same for you guys. If the music is not, it's too much, or it's
Yeah.
like not really, adding the atmosphere, or
Yeah.
you
It
know.
distracts
Yeah,
and takes away.
yeah, distract.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm looking for the word.
Very cool.
Yeah, I think I didn't also notice that Teal'c wore eyeliner until someone brought it up. So that's, I think, how, and maybe you think ancient Egyptian culture, you don't even think about it because you know
Yeah,
that they were so into makeup, like that was such a
yeah.
heavy part of their culture. So they obviously did a little bit of research, I think, before, and I
Yes, and
appreciate that.
you know, actually Christopher did. Like he and Apophis, I'm sorry, I don't know the name of the uh
Williams?
yeah, who played Apophis.
Mhm.
They actually did like research because as an actor, you really want to connect with a character. You have to kind of find it. And I'm so glad that they did.
Yeah.
And like it was really ahead of time because men wearing a makeup, okay, like maybe some powder or like really subtle makeup, but having plucked eyebrows and full on eyeshadow and kind of golden skin, wow, I had I can see it even right now in the shows, or
Yeah.
it's like too much. It just really fits the character. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It always kind of like my daughter when watching it, she's just like, why haven't they ever shown like Teal'c like
I
putting
can
Yeah.
on
kind of
his
see
makeup,
that
you
in
know?
Kel No Reem, like, ooh, like doing
Yeah.
something like, and I can kind of see that.
It's
Or
just like
maybe
they
if
always
Stargate
show him. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead, Alyssa.
I know I was gonna say if Stargate was released now, they would definitely do some TikToks or something of like Tilt
Uh,
doing get ready with me makeup.
yeah,
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
but I can kind of see, like the makeup. It's just it's just made that the character could do it. It's just kind of simple eyeshadow. It's no mascara. It's no something too much. I can kind of see he having like some sort of like little box and just having some sort of shimmery thing going on and like put a finger in it and kind of blend it out. I can see that. That's what I really like about the show, that if the characters are wearing makeup because they want to show the makeup, uh, I think they can put it on.
Yeah,
But when it's prosthetic, it kind of looks like it's part of them. That's
yeah,
what I like.
yeah,
Yes, overall, like I thought that they were having much more makeup, but in my latest rewatch, I even thought like Adriana, it's in Czech, it's called Adriana the Orisai.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
I thought that she wore much more makeup. Like I can kind of see her in burgundy
yeah,
like bolder lip. That's what,
yeah,
but she did not really. She didn't have
yeah,
that much of makeup, but the atmosphere and everything around her, it kind of like, I don't know. I was just thinking like she wore much more makeup, but she didn't.
yeah. That's a good point because it's like you do think of her as this like larger than life character, right? And so I've never actually noticed and thought about her makeup. And so then I would probably have to go back and rewatch to notice like what you were saying that you didn't
Hmm.
notice her makeup, right? Like
Yeah,
that it was more
same.
subtle.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's kind of interesting to me because I would imagine that it would be a lot bolder. I'm trying to think with
Because her like
Goa'uld.
uh, even with the Goa'uld, I just rewatched a Hathor
Mhm.
episodes.
Uh-huh.
The first one, she was actually touched very gently with the makeup, and then
Oh,
when they
really?
are
Okay.
on this base of when they basically tell them it's the future and nobody lives, and SG-1 is dead, but it's actually her. You know what I'm talking about, the episode?
Hmm.
Like,
I think so.
yeah, it's the
Yes.
second one when she appears.
Okay. It's like
And
the
she
season
has,
Finale. Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, she wear much more makeup, but it's still subtle, but it makes sense because she has this, home or she has this base right now. So it makes sense that she has
Yeah.
those things that she can put it on or something like that. And I think the boldest makeup was with Nirti.
Mm,
She had like bolder lip and really like smoky eyes. Yeah, I
Yeah.
loved it on her. I can see the makeup. It was so good.
It's
yeah.
really cool. Yeah, it's like now that we're talking about it all, I'm just like, oh, I need to I need to rewatch to kind of remember what they were wearing because it's like I don't fully remember, but as you're describing it, it's like I think I'm remembering it correctly now. But yeah, it's interesting. Like, is there any like what I was curious about since like I feel like you're an expert of makeup and
Sorry to cut
and
you
you
off, but I just
yeah.
like I was just like looking at my
Oh,
phone,
there it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she had like even
Oh,
eyeliners going
interesting.
on and bold makeup and this thingy.
Hmm.
Oh, it's
And
really interesting with the eyeliner at the bottom, how it kind
yeah,
of,
Yeah, it
so
adds a little something extra, doesn't it?
she was from different kind of, she was not like the sorry guys, Egyptian
yeah,
area, right? Because they had like even you, they had Nirti, so it was influenced by different area.
yeah, yeah.
And also I can see a different makeup right here. And oh, she had even different hairstyle. It was the first episode, I believe, she was in.
Oh, it's a little bit more subtle, isn't
Yeah,
it? Like with her
Yeah, but
mouth
the
at least.
eyeliner is
Yeah,
still going on.
yeah.
but the lips are more subtle, I
Oh,
think.
Yeah,
interesting. Yeah,
but more accessories, so it kind of.
yeah, yeah.
But I think that's really clever of them because when she appears for the first time, you really don't know what to think about her. And when she has these softer colors, you almost she's goa'uld, so she's kind of crazy, right? But when she like shows her true colors, oh, she has the bold
Yeah.
lip
Yeah.
the lip liner and bold colors, and she's like more confident, and they are not really playing games anymore because it was the episode where they met with Tawari on Earth,
Hmm.
and they were discussing like I'm not really sure what, but they try to appear like they wanna make not peace at all, but I'm not really sure which episode it was.
Was it the one where they all met up at like in the
Yeah.
meeting where it was all the other goals? Is that what you're talking about? Where they all met up?
Yes, I think so.
Um,
And she kind of two-timed them, actually. Yeah.
Yeah,
and she
but
was invisible?
Yeah.
yeah, I think she like the thought about this makeup was maybe to made her look maybe more soft, you know?
Mm. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm trying to think with some of the other characters I haven't really thought about their makeup. Like what are the Tok'ra and do they
I was
have
just thinking that.
anything
Yeah, Okra.
or not? I don't really remember.
I'm not really sure for the whole series, but right now I'm kind of rewatching it right now too
Okay. Yeah.
on TV because they play it every day. So I'm just turn it up if I'm at home.
Yeah.
But there was these few first episodes of Tokra, and it's very subtle. Like it's nothing really crazy, but there was this other Goa'uld. She came to Earth too, and I believe she was kind of this Chinese, and she had like really bold eyeshadow with the red lip going on and kind of blue eyeshadow.
Hmm.
Ah, okay.
She was
Okay.
bold too. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. She was a cool one. And I think they only had
Yeah.
her, did they only have her that once?
Amaterasu?
Not really. I believe they really didn't go into her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd be curious more of her story,
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Yes, I really love like those badass women character. That's why
Yeah.
I love Nirti so much. She's so cool,
yes.
but she's so messed up.
She's
Yeah.
crazy.
For
I
real.
love it. Such a good character. Such a good like
Yeah.
villain. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
she is. She is.
Yeah.
So, like, would you, sorry, Alyssa, I keep taking over the questions. I'm sorry.
No, that's
But I
good.
was
Good,
just
good.
like
Take the
thinking, it
question.
was just like, I promise I'll let you ask whatever next
No,
question
all
is.
good, all good. Ask away. Your questions are good.
Um, but I was just like curious, like when you're mentioning different things, like with villains and just like, SG members or whatever, like, would you say then like your favorite makeup is more of going towards like the villains because they tend to show more makeup with those characters because like characters like I don't know, Vala, does Vala have any makeup that she wears?
That's funny character
Uh-huh.
because I think okay, so uh she is kind of mystery to me, if I'm being honest, and I'm not really sure if they really knew what to do with her character
Hmm.
in like makeup and styling chair. Because when we see her for the first time, she has like this black in her hair, a little white in her hair, right?
Mhm,
And she feels kind of more badass than when she joins the Earth.
mhm,
She is
Hmm.
like more girly pop. Like she has those
Yeah,
two
the pigtails,
how is
yeah.
it called?
Like the pigtails is what I
Yes.
would call it,
yeah.
yeah.
Yes, you have two and she wears, I believe, like really, really light, soft pink gloss. Like she's
Mhm.
being
Okay.
like
Okay.
girly, very
Yeah.
Yeah.
girly. I'm
Yeah.
kind of like surprised they did make this choice because like at first she was like really badass, right? Like
Yeah.
she was not playing games.
Yeah. That is a very good point. That's a
But I
very good point.
think
Yeah.
that
Never thought about that.
actually when I'm thinking about it, she is very like she likes to collect things and being almost being like she likes popular things I think and she is like she is she loves to be influenced I think almost so
Yeah.
when she sees on Earth that it's popular it because at oh my God it was which year was it on Earth when she came
Ooh.
it was like
2006, 2005 or 2006.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
when those glasses became popular.
True, very true.
This is
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
kind of makeup, like very light pink gloss with smoky eyes. You know, I think of Britney Spears and
Yeah.
2010 makeup, basically.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think she would. I can imagine. Okay, I can imagine her being in Stargate Command and like turning on TV and kind of watching like I don't know what, and she
Yeah.
would see popular because I think she even said like those bits and pieces that she watches TV, right? Or she likes
Yeah.
popular things. So okay, it makes kind of sense.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
good observation. That's a very good
That
observation.
could be
Yeah.
really funny. Like they missed out an opportunity there because that could have been really funny to have like an episode where she was specifically maybe watching a particular like pop star and then comes out looking just like them. Like that'd be funny.
Yeah, and even Carter's makeup changed in that time too a bit because I remember the scene specifically when Vala and Carter is heading from a shopping mall and they
Yes.
have those dresses and they have the glasses on. They have
Yep.
this like really super
Oh,
pink glasses on, and they have those shopping bags like, oh, we came from town, and like Stargate alarm is going like, oh, we're having like a wormhole coming, so they
yeah.
have to like throw it off, you know? Yeah, oh my
Yeah.
God. Okay. I may be too hard sometimes on these shows, but it makes kind of sense. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, no, it makes a lot of sense.
But
Yeah.
Carter makeup is actually really fun to look at through years. Have you noticed something or not?
I
Do
haven't
you
noticed
have
anything about Carter's makeup.
do
No.
you have like some sort of like print? Like how do you see her? Like is there anything what sticks out, or do you have like this one look of her you really love?
Yeah. I mean, I have to say it's an interesting question because when a lot of people talk about Carter's transformation throughout the seasons, a lot of times they're talking about her hairstyle.
Hair. Okay,
And
yeah.
but now that you mention it, I know at least in the first season, when I rewatched the first season, I really thought her makeup is very different from later
Yeah.
seasons. Like there's something different. I don't know what it is, and you can probably tell
Oh,
me,
I
but
can tell you.
yeah.
I can even show you in my phone because when I was watching it, I was like, okay, I need to show them.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I don't downloaded some pictures because in first, okay, okay. I don't know from which end to start because, okay, her makeup in first season was actually for me a bit bolder
Hmm.
Oh,
than
okay.
through the next seasons, but I think it's because they really didn't know, not necessarily what to do with her character, but she was this uh, woman in ar not army, but like in this
Military.
military. Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
military. So it kind of makes sense to glam her up a bit. So
Hmm.
she's still a woman.
Hmm.
Sorry, w a woman.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah, you're
No, no,
fine.
no,
You're
Uh,
good.
you're good.
sorry, my English, yeah. So I I could see kind of a bit more foundation than in later seasons and more red lip or kind of orangey tones too. And I was in
Oh,
shock
okay.
when I watched it for the like I don't know which time, but on my latest rewatch, I took a notice because it was actually like very big difference than in other seasons because my my face of Samantha is like with more of like brownish and nude color on her lips and a cheek color in the same tones,
Hmm.
and in the first season, she wears much more of this red color in her lip.
Oh,
And
okay.
somehow I'm not the biggest fan of it, but
Yeah.
it was maybe done for the look to make her look like she's very young,
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
she is kind of this girl who has like one lip gloss on or one color she just puts on. But what I not necessarily like is the thing when they go on the mission. I just like I don't know if if I would put on makeup. I don't know,
Yeah.
is the
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
It's
But
so
at the
funny.
same time, it's television, so
Yeah.
they have to look kind of good. But it's the thing with women in these shows. I sometimes think they kind of don't know what to do with them because they always want to make them look like sexy for the guys.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's the thing in sci-fi shows too. It was the thing with Janeway in Star Trek
Yeah.
Voyager. there was this big
Yeah.
thing with her hair. Like, do you I know Emily watched it, right? Voyager.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alyssa, did
I've
you watch it
never
or no?
I've never
Okay.
seen it, but I've seen pictures. But that's it.
Yeah,
I
so
don't know
I
the
just
story.
have to ask. I know it's not about Star Trek, this podcast, but
Oh, go for it. Yeah.
she has this like bun and this pony, but it's so big and it looks so like in different age, like from two 200 years ago almost. And I was like
Yeah.
watching it for the first time. I was like, what is this? Like it's so bizarre for me.
It is
So
strange. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, like it was so puffy, or I don't know how to call that. So basically, when they wanted to
Yeah. Because it's like, oh, whoops, I just
like
had it a second
when
ago.
they was thinking about this, captain, they wanted to be a woman. So uh, they did, yeah.
Yep.
And this one is even kind of good. Good one. They had worse episodes. So they did the test for the makeup and for the hair, and the man in the chairs would say that her hair is too much like flat. I was like, what?
Oh,
Yes,
That's
it was
funny.
this decision. They didn't know what to do with her
Wow.
character. So
wow.
I was like wondering, okay, so like hair in a bun, it's not too sexy, but when it's like puffed out, it's more sexy, or they just
Uh,
try to make it look more chic or whatever, more
yeah.
elegant.
Yeah.
So I really didn't like this hairstyle. It looks so
Yeah.
weird to me. Like I was like,
Yeah.
what is this? So I really loved when they cut her hair.
Yeah.
It looks so much more fresh and it's elegant too. And it looks like, as a captain, she has to have this some sort of image.
Is it that?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Oh,
presentable.
Yeah.
But I really even liked a hair with the Carter, hair of Carter, because it felt very professional too. But they changed it through the seasons, but it never really throw me off. I really
Yeah.
yeah.
like it. Even the little braided how do you call them? Oh my God.
Is it what with Carter or with,
Yeah.
did
Right.
she have braids?
No,
In
she
Atlanta.
had like one little,
Like piece of hair, like
yeah, piece of hair. She
yeah.
I
had
think
longer hair in Atlantis, so she
it
had it braided
braided. Yeah,
Oh,
little.
the
okay.
French braid. It was a French braid, I think, like some kind of
Oh,
Yeah.
French.
okay. Okay. Yeah,
So,
I
that's fine for me. I always preferred it in the back, or maybe something to like put it in a little, bun or whatever. But I
yeah.
think like slick back hair is kind of hair to go. But with the
Yeah.
Janeway, it was oh my God. That's what I'm trying to say, that sometimes they necessarily don't know what to do at first seasons, or they
Yeah.
trying to
Yeah.
find a character, and I really think they find a Carter in second season, because I took a photo of Carter in a first season, and she has like vividly
Yeah.
bright pink color
Yeah.
on her lips.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You
It's
know?
so funny. I
Sure.
didn't notice any of this with Carter.
Yeah.
In my mind,
Maybe it
Carter has
was,
no makeup.
yeah, but she has like kind of she has going on makeup. Oh, this is I think around like season 5. She has the lip
Yeah.
Ah,
liner
okay.
going on, the nude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love this glam on her. It's
Yeah, that's
so
great.
good. And when she came out as a replicator, she has this gorgeous skin. I
Yeah.
really loved it.
Ah, that's
Yeah,
so cool.
if you're going to rewatch anytime soon,
Yeah.
uh, like try to take details of the makeup, and you'll find very
Yeah.
different variations of the makeup.
Yeah, because I find with certain characters, I just
Yeah.
didn't think to notice. Like I just didn't
It's not that
notice.
pink. It's maybe the yeah, it's more nude, you know. So it's the
Yeah,
second season too.
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, you can see, oh my God, this is the, when she meets them for the first time, you can see like so much red in her
Oh
lip.
yeah. I never
Yeah.
noticed any of this.
I have to say, I've never noticed it too, just right now, but it's this change when you see something change,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
it's so funny, when it goes on TV. When like the last episode ends, the next day the first season starts
Yeah,
again.
right.
So it's
yeah,
like this big jump. So I took a notice. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh my gosh, so interesting.
So, out of curiosity, if you could makeup cosplay like any of the characters, what would you choose for yourself? Because we know Emily would be a wraith.
Yeah, I think we'll be family of Wraith. You can be Queen, I can be Todd.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that would be so cool. That would be
Yeah.
so cool. And actually, I was even uh you know, it's so funny that there's only one red-headed Wraith Queen in the first episode.
Yeah. Because
And it's the best wig in the series because then I think because for the pilot, there's always this kind of it has to be perfect. So they
Yeah.
always do the first part or the pilots the best as it can be. So the wig was glued down. No, like you can see like something bad going on. So
yeah.
it's glued on. It's perfect. But then I noticed that as we see more queens, sometimes the wigs are hideous. Like,
Mm.
I will show you this one. Oh my God. Oh, I lost it. This one is kind of bad. Because this
Oh,
is like I don't know which queen is it, it's yeah, even right here, it's not
yeah, you
that
can
good.
kind of see
But in the
like,
first episode, wow. They did really good job. Like it's
yeah, it looks more like natural, right?
yeah,
Like
yeah,
you
yeah.
feel like it's
Like
actually
coming
her
from the
hair.
skull.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But I have
Never
to say,
noticed.
the first episode is the first episode, so it makes really sense. But then I can imagine they do the reshoots and retakes, and they're filming for many hours. So I really think that the makeup, like the Wraith mask, was the foundation or the makeup, and then if they had a pause, they could like put the wig off just not to
Yeah.
melt down. So I can
Yeah.
think, or I can say it's okay, it's okay. Not everything has to be like pinpoint, and the wraith ships were almost dark, so you can't pinpoint those things. It happens, it's TV. And the
Yeah.
Hmm.
budget, like the wigs are costly, really costly
Right.
things.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
I can think of scenarios where they would like retake things from different sets and kind of try to use them again.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. And it makes sense too what you were saying about the first time they show the character
uh-huh.
versus as it continues, because that reminded me of something that actually I think it was Christopher Judge, who played Teal'c, had mentioned
Hmm.
about Teal'c that there was some sort of I don't know if it was makeup or they were going to do some sort of jewelry or something in the very beginning. And then they realized like they had to stop and couldn't do it because they would have to do it for every other
Yeah.
like Jaffa or whatever,
Hmm.
And so they didn't. I can't remember what specifically it was, but I think it had something to do with they were trying to use some sort of Egyptian looking, maybe it was jewelry. Alyssa, do you know what I'm talking about? Like, I remember hearing it vaguely, like in an interview. It just kind of reminded me of it. And I think they may have done a little bit of something in the beginning with the makeup differently, and then they had to change it because it was too much to keep up for like whenever they had to reshoot a scene.
Yeah.
Oh,
Um, yeah.
But you make the perfect point of continuity with
yep.
makeup. Because
Yeah.
I have to say that in Stargate, I saw very good continuity with the makeup, with bruises, and even with the placement of even blood. Because
Mhm.
I don't know if you ever watched Desperate Housewives, but there is this
Yeah.
scene when they are in the supermarket and there is blood involved, and Lynette has like blood stained on her mouth, and
Uh-huh.
she is like crazy. She's yelling, and you see the camera changing to her and then to the supermarket and back to her. And one time it's here, and one time when it's back, it's here. And I'm like, oh my God. You have to think about these things
Yeah.
because it just threw me off. But I was like,
Yeah.
okay, it's Desperate Housewives. It's okay, it's funny, whatever. And even sometimes I notice it with curled hair. Like
Hmm.
sometimes the hair is falling just differently than straight hair. Like it's just
Yeah.
straight.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, with curling hair, you have to always know to which side you curled them, because if you're going to do it for
It's a
like
good point.
Yeah. It
like
has to
back,
like the
it's
opposite
going to
way.
be
Yeah.
opposite way.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
so true. Like I've seen that in movies and shows before where it's maybe like a very like windy scene and they'll have their
Yeah,
hair like go
yeah,
crazy
yeah,
and then the next scene is just like perfect and you're like, "Wait a
yeah,
second."
yeah. And sometimes, oh my God, I watched this sci-fi show. I don't know the name, but this ginger hair girl, she was so beautiful. But one time, the side part was here, and it was kind of here, and it was kind of like windy, and then it was not. Yeah, it's so hard to do for a series or movies. That's what makes a movie really good if you can take a notice of these little mistakes. It happens, of
Yeah.
course. Of course, it happens, but I have to say, I don't really think about any. Oh, I know. One episode. It was one episode where the Teal'c thing on his head was
They put it upside down.
it
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
was so
right.
funny. It was so funny. Yeah. And
Imagine
that
being
was
like the makeup artist or for that. You're just like, "Oh no."
Yeah.
yeah, nobody noticed it, but
Yeah.
it's this uh joke in community, and it's funny,
Yeah.
and I've
Yep.
never really noticed it on TV, so it's okay.
Yeah.
But they were really good with the continuation with the makeup and even some bruising, or it really looked very good. The prosthetics and blood thingies going
Yeah.
on.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you guys know with like that made me think of like the different symbols, right? Like with Teal'c, it's very much so like isn't the idea is like he's supposed to be like what do you call it, branded with like
Yeah.
this hot
Hmm.
iron
Yeah, yeah,
thing,
yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
and like some of the other ones, like the episode where it's the women, the group of women, it looks like Sharpie. It looks like Sharpie on their forehead, like a
Yeah,
black
yeah,
marker.
yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
And I'm just like, does that make
I
sense?
think,
Would it be something more than that?
yeah, I think the thought with the golden ones is that they did this. I'm not really
Hmm.
sure with the black ones because there was this one episode when Teal'c was on Earth, and I think Buck uh it I don't know how to bite him, but the buck kind of bite
Oh, yeah,
him, so he had
yeah,
to run away to city or something like that
yeah.
because I think the people in Area 51 or whatever they want him to do some, the word is jumping out of my head
I
again.
think they wanted to take him, right? Because
Yes,
like
there's something
he,
to do with him, study him,
he
right?
yeah,
Study
Exactly.
him
yeah,
and do
yeah.
some things to him. So he ran away, and there was this guy on a street, and he was like, "Oh, you have such a cool tattoo. Like,
Yeah.
was it painful?" And he's, yes, very much. They like, I think he said something about like cut your, they cut it and they put gold in it. So yes, something in
Yeah.
this way
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah. So maybe it was just unique to those specific ones, like
I can
of
kind of
Teal'c.
see with the black ones that they just put it on in the morning.
Yeah. Also, for some reason, I thought the gold was like for the first prime, but maybe I'm wrong. Like, did other ones have gold?
Sorry,
Or
I didn't catch it.
for some reason, I thought the gold was kind of reserved for the first primes. Because like
Uh,
Braytech has it, right? And Teal'c has it. But
Sorry.
sometimes,
Oh,
So the gold one, I think it was for the first man
yeah, the
of the
first prime.
gold, right?
Yeah,
And there was these black ones,
yeah,
and they were just flat, right?
yeah,
So I
yeah.
can kind of see like
yeah,
them putting it
yeah,
on,
totally. Like with
you
a
know.
marker.
But
Yeah.
I actually saw an interview with a key makeup artist, and there was they told like it was so much going on with these thingies on their head. Like it was kind of crazy to do because when they went to Jaffa, village or something like that, there would be so much people with those things on their head. It
Gosh,
was
yeah.
almost overwhelming.
I
Yeah.
can imagine.
Oh, for
And then
You
sure.
don't do
also,
that much of a makeup for that much people. Like, yeah, like actors and some extras, but like everybody has to wear it.
yes, it's so time consuming. Yeah. And
And
then
all
even
different
like,
masters. Yeah.
yeah, even what would you call it? The silver thingies they wear in their
Yeah, I
head.
oh it looks so much like they are hard, but they're just g kind of gummied, right? Or
Is
Yeah.
they're
it? Is
soft.
it? Okay.
Yes, because there is this episode where these two, oh my God, their names, but you know their names because you've talked about them in one episode. Is those two
Oh,
goofy science.
Coombs.
Ah,
Coombs and
Coombs.
Felger. Yeah.
Coombs and
Yes,
Felger, yeah.
and they just like I think SG-1 goes on this mission and something happens and some gold takes them, but it's just how they w want it to happen because the Tok'ra is in charge as a gold, so they have to change some information, and these two, they're like, we have to
Yes.
save them, and
Yeah.
they take those Jaffa's things, and I know he's like taking it off, and it's rubbery,
Oh,
it's like gummy.
I never
He
noticed that.
like,
That's so funny.
I can't do this anymore. Yeah, so it just. But
Uh,
even with this, like, I just wanted to ask you about music and these styling choices with sounds because it's so cool how the armor, right? Armor does make
mhm.
sound. And
Yes.
when they walk through the ship, the Jaffas, right? It
Yeah.
makes sounds. I just had this sounds in my head as a child. I was so scared, kind of. It made it so cool. Even the chevrons and kind of the gate making the sounds. It's not in the first OG movie. I think
Oh,
there
okay.
are some sounds, but it's not that iconic.
Maybe-
Both of you,
Right.
you haven't watched it, the OG film?
I
I
saw it
haven't
once.
that I can't remember, no.
Yeah, I saw it once, but I never owned it, so I only saw it like
Yeah,
on cable once or twice. It was
yeah,
a long
yeah,
time ago, but I did see it.
yeah.
Uh, but those details I don't remember. I mean, it's interesting you mentioned a sound because when you mentioned the sound of the armor, it reminded me of the episode where I think they're by Emotep and they're kind of demonstrating their weapons and they talk about the Goa'uld weapon and they say this is an instrument of terror, like and it's
Yeah.
meant to make people afraid, and I'm thinking when you really think about it, like the Jaffa, their armor and everything, it makes them so loud that it's not very
Yeah.
stealthy. Like
Mm-hmm.
actually to do some kind of military operation, it's not really practical. But I think when you mentioned, yeah, you hear it and you get very you get afraid. I think this is part of the sound design of that maybe they have these things to kind of give you that feeling of, oh, you can hear them coming. Oh no, like it's the Jaffa. And even the way their helmets, like when they come up, it has this sound, and
Mm-hmm.
I
It's
really
like
love it.
jumping
Yeah,
snake.
I love
But
it.
I mean it, but I meant it even from the point of view of like the viewer, because
Yes.
the sounds are added. There's no way that the armor
Yeah.
is doing the sounds, you know. So if you guys like liked it at first, or it did throw you off a bit, or it's the makeup, the sound of the makeup. Oh, what I'm trying to say is like the prosthetics are makeup, but it's not very w visible, right? Because it's
Mhm.
the rays. So I'm trying to say that it's the same with the sound. It's the
Yep.
makeup, right?
Yeah. So it just
It's the
adds
part of it. It's
to,
part of it.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
no, I
And
agree. I
I'm
100% agree. Yeah.
I'm sorry, my
yeah.
English is so bad.
Oh,
No,
your
it's
English is amazing.
What
You're
am I
you're
it's
fine. You're
perfect.
fine.
Yeah.
I would say with the sound, one thing it always, I guess, like, because I love, like, that's what you would call like Foley sounds, right?
Yeah.
Like when like the
Okay.
Foley artist is creating the sounds, because a long time ago I took a class that it was by accident, actually. I thought it had to do with music, and it was like teaching how to do Foley sounds. I'm just like, oh, that seems like it'd be
Wow.
so fun, because it's like you use the weirdest things
Yeah.
to create that sound. And so I'm actually curious what they use to create some of those sounds. I'd be curious about that. But I guess the thing that I notice is, like you were saying, like when they're like marching and you hear them all moving, I think it works perfectly in the
Yeah.
scene and it makes sense. But then there's the part of me that finds it very amusing, because I'm like, there's no way they would be that loud.
Hmm.
And
Yeah, yeah. I
why would
mean,
they be that loud? Like they don't
Yeah.
want to be like, everyone's like, hey,
Yeah.
here they
Yeah.
come.
So that's kind of sometimes what I'm having with makeup. Like you just have to take a step back and just say, oh, it's a movie, it's a TV show. It just adds up some flavor
Yeah.
to it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think too, like musically too, like if you think of like the music in the background, I think what I love about Stargate is that it's actually so noticeable, more so than a
yeah.
lot of shows. I
Hmm.
think that, like, because I feel like with music in particular, a lot of shows have started to get where they wanted it to be even more subtle and not be so orchestral sounding.
Hmm.
And so I actually love that about Stargate, because I love that kind of music. But yet I don't feel
Uh,
like I don't feel like it distracts. I feel like it works
hmm.
well enough. And I feel like some of that's kind of came back with like if you think of what, like bigger movies, like I don't know, I can't think of any right now. Like Alyssa, like can you think of any like ones like with like Hans Zimmer, for example? Like he like sometimes has like, I there was one movie in particular that I can't think of, but like initially for a while, music was like a lot about making sure it's very, very subtle and kept in the background. And then they
Hmm.
started bringing it up where it was like more orchestral and bigger and more purposefully more noticeable. So it's
Hmm.
like, I kind of wonder if there's anything similar in terms of visuals with like makeup that do you feel is similar in the sense of like, is there anything, because like you were mentioning how in Origins, how it didn't work because it was too much,
Mhm.
right? Is there any time where you feel like having almost too much works really well? Or do you feel like it just kind of depends on what the character is in the scene and that kind of thing? Hopefully that makes sense. I don't know.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but I think there is just this easy answer of it really has to fit in the scene
Mhm.
and with the storyline or the characters because, rates are really too much of makeup. It's a lot of makeup, but it's done for the scene, for the race, and you know, yeah, I think that's the answer,
Okay.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
Interesting.
like I think with the prosthetics and it just adds to the world, I think, you know. But
Yeah.
when I think colors can be sometimes tricky, they're
Yeah.
not used correctly or too much is going on. I would say that okay, this is really I think you're going to like this, but how did you like Nox makeup? Because I think
Mhm.
it's the one race that in modern uh visual makeup world they would even enhance it a bit more, that they would
Mhm.
make like more of the skin coming to the woody and right, they had some like flowers in their
Yeah,
hair
like twigs.
and it,
Yeah.
it was kind of like basically the flowers and yeah, I think they would like make it through the skin even, that it would be
Yeah.
like it would be part of them. That was a bit, I was like, oh, I remember it differently because I was not makeup artist back then. So
Interesting.
I can
Yeah.
see like leveled up makeup in maybe one of future Stargate shows. Like I think
Yeah.
they would be
Yeah.
the race. They would adapt something to them. Not too much. Like you can do too much, like being a tree or something like that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
a little bit for the skin or color-wise, but I really love the kind of pale look and kind of this heavenly energy about them with the flowers and the kind of spiritual feeling
Yeah.
about them, you
Yeah.
know? Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think you would ever, because you mentioned that you also do makeup for theater, would you ever want to like be like doing makeup for like a show like Stargate? Would that be
Oh my
something that'd be
God.
fun for you?
That would be so much fun, of course. But
Yeah.
it's so hard. Like you have to have so much knowledge and you almost have to know how to do things with closed eyes, you know,
Mm.
Oh, okay.
because like you have to feel it in your fingers what you're doing with prosthetics, and that's really hard. Like
Oh,
that's
interesting. Yeah.
something what I really don't want to shame these makeup artists for sometimes, being a bit visible or something like that. Even though
Yeah.
I noticed that in Stargate, it was very good makeup, and even the hairlines because they were changing from how is it called in English to HD before
Yeah.
was
I was actually
yeah.
Oh,
wondering about that, the change from standard to HD, how it
Mhm.
impacted makeup and everything.
Yeah, like even shows, oh my God, if you ever watched X-Files, there is this one scene when I think it's a Mulder or one of the characters you well know, and he's like older, so they put on him this wig of beard and like even like gray hair, but you can see the lace when they upgraded to HD. You can see the lace. I
Oh,
was like, what the hell? And then I was like, oh, back on TV, you really couldn't tell there would be no way, but it was just like coming off and it's so funny. But I
yeah,
think that Stargate was even because there is this thing like Stargate was this show what where the elementary was that like a lot of the races was from Earth, right?
Mhm.
And even
mhm,
world were people, right? And they were not these aliens or crazy hairlines or there were species and
yeah,
races, but they kind of took it kind of light and they could add up through the seasons a few more species and uh, races with cool prosthetics and makeup. But I think
yeah,
there is this thing with sci-fi shows in like 90s that like every episode or every character is a different race, right? In Star Trek
yeah,
and like it's really about the makeup. And it almost is kind of too much when I looking at it. It's it, but it makes sense, in
yeah,
the world. But I
yeah,
think like when you compare it to Stargate, Stargate did this thing that every kind of character was from Earth, and some of them were species from different planet, but there was not so much characters from different planets and different species. So
hmm,
I think it was kind of not easy necessarily, but it was not that hard. Like every episode, you have a new species, new makeup, new prosthetics.
yeah,
Every different character is different species. So yeah.
yeah. No, that makes sense. And like one thing I was thinking of too, as you were mentioning that is the one character that I was thinking of that always looked kind of silly to me, and I'm curious your thoughts on. Um, I can't remember the name of the episode, but it's the where it's all the little men that are all bald and like their bodies are painted. Are they painted like white
Oh
or
my
something? And
God,
they
I
all
just saw
sing.
it. Yeah,
Yeah, one
I
false
just
step.
saw
Yeah.
it. So funny. I'm sorry. I just do you want to say anything to it?
I was just curious your thoughts on that,
Okay.
like with that whole look.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe like I will be glad to listen to your opinion first.
Yeah, I mean, they always, I mean, maybe they're supposed to be kind of humorous looking. I mean, maybe that's the point. They act kind of awkward, right? And
Hmm.
what are they called? Alyssa, do you remember
I
what
don't
those
know what
little singing dudes are called?
Are
I don't
they
know.
even called some
I don't
some
think
Uh,
they don't have
because
a
they
name.
don't speak, right?
they
And I
don't
have
speak, but they make like that weird
they
harmonies and
they
stuff.
sing, right? So it's funny because you brought up their look because I know, I mean, I would be interested to hear too. Because when you just asked what do you guys think
Oh,
of them, I thought, well, I
ah,
actually never thought about their look because I was so
Really?
focused on the sound. Like that this to me, this episode is always the sound episode, the harmony
Hmm.
episode.
see,
So I'm interested to hear.
I
Yeah.
remember something that I thought specifically as I just pulled up a picture of them.
Okay.
I know
My
what you're
phone's
going to
kind of
draw.
dim, but like is okay, so their suits, it's supposed to be that they're
Mhm.
painted. It's their bodies that are painted. And you can clearly see just like
Yes,
the fabric lining and everything. And I'm just like, what?
well, I was actually watching this episode like 2 days ago, I think.
Oh, really?
And I catch this episode like every now and then when I'm like
That's
turning
funny.
when I turn the TV on. And I'm like, oh, this episode again. And it's so funny to watch this episode because the thought about this makeup is kind of cool. I really like when they kind of make this first contact with Danielle and they kind of even do bits on him.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. It's kind of
Yeah.
one of the makeup episodes, I would say, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
They put on
Interesting.
makeup or, this dirt or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because they have suits and then some of them they have this necklace. So I was like, oh, that's kind of clever. They want to hide it. And then then there is these shots like behind and you can see that you can see the zipper. You
Oh,
can
that's
kind of see the
right.
zipper.
Yes.
Yeah. We
Oh,
can see the zipper and
Oh,
it's
so
so
funny.
funny. Yeah, even in the back. Like, oh, I'm not sure
That,
if you can see that, but the zipper
yeah.
is here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
wow.
I
Yeah.
think like maybe the thought was really cool behind it. They wanted them, to look just painted or whatever. But I think the film crew or I don't know if it's fault of director or
Yeah.
I don't know, or maybe the production after. Like I would not pick these shots, when where you see the zippers.
Yeah. Yeah. I think too, like, I used to watch this show that I thought was really cool because like it was all about like artists that like um would do all sorts of like body art on people. It was some sort of like competition show. I can't remember what it was called. And actually the people themselves were probably like nude with just certain cover-ups, but like you couldn't tell when they did the actual like makeup on their bodies. Like they
Hmm.
they did it so well that you wouldn't
Wow.
know. And they even sometimes did it where they could camouflage the person with whatever background they were standing by, and it was
Oh,
really
that's
really cool. And so part of me is just like, gosh, it's a shame they didn't like hire like artists that could do
Yeah,
that. But at the same time, I get that maybe also with the physicality of acting, maybe that wouldn't work because then maybe it would by
yeah.
accident expose them a little bit if they're trying to cover up certain parts, you know?
yeah, if you
Yeah.
think about
Yeah.
it, it's kind of clever to use some pre-painted or pre-done suits and then just kind of
Yeah.
cover it up,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
yeah, I can also think about, the schedule, time management. It was
True.
Yeah.
crazy. Like having this done in like week. I kind of like it, but yeah, there are some mistakes. But it's okay, It
Yeah.
happens. It happens.
Oh my goodness. This has been really cool. Like I feel like we could talk to you forever, truly.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
we'll have to. We actually realized before we started this, maybe we should do put on our makeup while we are doing the episode because you do this in your videos. So I guess we'll have to have you on again.
Oh, that would
So
be
we can-
so
That'd be
cool.
cool.
yeah. But we really, really appreciate you coming on and chatting with us and sharing. And I know I learned a lot, and I'm sure Emily did as
Really?
well. Like that is
Yeah.
it's a different avenue of the show that I think we'll also now see in a different way when
Yeah,
we watch.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
think it would be so fascinating. I don't know how we would ever do this because I'm not tech savvy with all this, but it would be cool to do like a rewatch like with you that was like live, that then like you could like say certain things about the makeup as you're watching it that people could kind of like, I mean, I have
Yeah.
no
Oh,
idea how one would do that, but and that's probably a lot of pressure, but it seems like
But
it
it's a
could be
cool
really
thought.
cool
It's a
at the
cool
same
thought.
time.
Yeah, that would be
um
so cool.
Yeah. So, like, I guess, like, so a lot of times when we end our episodes, we try and sometimes think of questions that, people that watch the episode, if they happen to watch it to the end, might want to answer in the comments. Do you have anything that you would, from your perspective, think to ask people to kind of think about and answer in the comments?
Yeah, maybe like if they ever notice like makeup being too much,
Hmm.
if they can like compare Stargate and other sci-fi shows and like if they like it or they have something to say. I'm willing to see the comments. And I have one specific question. We didn't really talked about it, but if they watch Stargate in original English or different versions, because I watch it in Czech, so that's
Oh,
really
we never did get to talk about that, did
yeah.
we?
Do we
Yeah,
have
I'm
like
sorry. I have one important question. Like in the English
Yeah.
version, Teal'c always says indeed. Like that's his main. What is the word in Czech for this?
oh, it's something like skutku.
Oh my
Nice. Okay, I
Yeah,
love
he raises the brow and like skutku.
Oh, that's
It's
amazing.
it's actually iconic in Czech too. Like a
it.
lot of
Perfect.
fans or not really fans, they know it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess maybe before we go, if you did want to talk a little bit about that, because we did want to kind of go into that a little bit, like because you had told us how it was quite
Yeah, yeah.
interesting about, listening to the what do you call it, the dubbing of
Yeah.
Stargate and your experience with that too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. I watched Stargate in Czech my kind of whole life. So voice actors, they done really incredible job because I knew it from TV when I was young. I was watching the series with my dad, eye by eye, and I watch it as kind of Alyssa because I watch it like one episode from season this, one from
yeah.
episode
So
this.
out of order.
And I
Yeah,
was so in love with the growls and the kind of the vibe, and I was so scared. So I really loved these episodes. So I was I was on my first rewatch, and I was watching through. So I watched Czech version of Stargate, SG-1, and Atlantis. And on my latest rewatch of SGU, I watched it in English.
Mhm.
And yeah, it's not that big of a difference. There are different jokes, a little different names for species or these little thingies in the
Yeah.
series. But I have to say they did really good job. Like I love them in Czech. Jack, Sam, Teal'c, and Daniel. They're so cool, and I loved it. I loved it. Yeah.
Oh, that is so awesome to hear. I'll have to try and see if I can find it sometime to
Yeah,
see what it sounds like.
but some of the voices are a bit different.
Yeah,
But uh, yeah, I would say the jokes are just different, and they're like it's a thing in Czech dubbing, that they change the jokes because I don't know. Do you know the joke in Shrek? There is one joke of like, is it called donkey?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Don't
with
say
Shrek,
it.
they go through forest and there is this thing. There is one tree, or I don't know how to say that in English.
Oh, it's
It's
been a
not a
while since I've
tree.
seen
It's
Shrek.
like little. It's a green
Bush?
Like a little
bush.
bush. Yeah.
Yeah, and there is this joke. Oh, the bush looks like, and it's some sort of American diva icon, and they
Mhm.
change it, to our diva in Czech. So
Oh, okay. Yeah,
yeah,
that
they
makes
have to
sense.
change it because it would not be funny. So there is not the one of the joke of Teal'c talk, like he asked, "What's opera?" What's an
Yeah,
opera? Yeah, so in Czech we have what's a talk show because, in Czech there is no word talk show, but like he wouldn't know what's talk show, you
yeah,
know.
yeah.
Like Czech wouldn't know, they don't have it on his planet. So
Exactly. Yeah,
so that even makes sense that
yeah,
it's talk show, yeah. But
yeah.
many more.
Yeah, that all makes so much sense and just things that I never had thought about just because watched it in
Yep.
English, so it's kind of fascinating
Yeah,
to hear
even the
what
name,
it's like.
it's not Stargate, it's Hvězdná brána.
Oh my
Yeah, this
gosh.
is Hvězdná brána, it's not Stargate. It feels so wrong to say that. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, what is the voice like for Walter?
Yeah, Chevron
Walter,
one.
yeah,
It's the guy,
the one that always like is just like there to say like what Elizabeth said,
Chevron
Chevron
7
he
one.
dials the gate, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think he has the same voice actor through the seasons, and I really like that because,
Oh, cool.
like you don't have that much of voice actors, I
Yeah,
believe,
yeah.
so, oh my God, my voice is cracking. We talk too much.
Yes.
Uh, that's a sign of good conversation. So, but
Yes.
yeah, they are really good. But I think I never heard Walter's voice in English. So sorry,
Oh,
God,
okay.
I don't know. But I've noticed that Jack voice is in English is so much higher.
That's
In
funny. Yeah.
in Czech, he's a little down there. But it's so
Yes.
funny because his jokes are funnier even more, I think. Like he's like, "Yeah, whatever." He's so calm. He's not taking anything seriously at all. Yeah. And
That's
even the
great.
episode where they change it, where when they swap bodies, the voice actors did amazing job too. It's so good to see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing. I
Awesome.
love how international Stargate
Hmm.
is, and so it's really fascinating to hear a little bit about that. So
Yeah, 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 yeah. It's been it's so cool to talk to you guys. I know that it seems like wow, but I've never thought like with like starting my channel I would discover you and talk to you after all these
oh,
years. I really wanted from the first day on the first day, just it was always been my dream to connect with other people, and it's so great to connect with you guys. And your podcast is so special. You have to know it because, uh, it's not that common that girls talk about Stargate. So I
yeah.
really love your podcast. Yeah.
Truly, that means a lot because a
Yeah,
lot of
thank you
times I
so
just feel like
much.
me and Alyssa are talking to ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
So
know what? I'm here. I listen to you.
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very
It
much.
feels to me
Means
like I talk to Oprah. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, we'll have to have you back on if you feel like it. It would be
Yeah.
awesome. And truly, thank you so much for
Yeah,
coming
yeah.
on. It was a lot of fun talking to you. So
Thank you
Yeah.
so much. Thank you so much.
Thank
thank
you.
you.